Yeah, that's my brother.
Suit up. Safety first, preparing for a sniper shot.
We don't actually believe in safety here. We believe in dangerous. I don't know if you knew that.
Danger is my middle name.
I grind naked.
It's scary.
I mean, I put the apron on. I don't want to ignite my pubic hairs.
I gotta protect the jump.
But beyond that, yeah, it's hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's toasty.
A little warm.
Yeah.
Refrigerator, you know.
That's what I said. I'm like, why can't we just turn the refrigeration unit back on? We could fridge it up in here. It'd be great. It'd be awesome. Super. He was like, no. I'm like, are you sure? Because I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on in the shop?
Well, basically, it's been a while since we've done a video. I mean, we made some last weekend, but they were stupid. I mean, we got dumb. We get dumb sometimes, you know. It's just like I can't put that in the internet to be immortalized forever. It's a little embarrassing, you know. I'm just saying, dude. Well, in the 2 weeks it's been since I posted a video last, I've been doing a lot of pretiums. Let's show them the other room. It's way cooler in here. It's like 10 degrees hotter in there, just separated by the danglies.
It is a lot nicer out here.
Yeah, it's nicer. So that is a lot of pretiums. Is this it? Well, this is Blade HQs. Mm-hmm. This is a bunch of stuff that's right after Blade HQs. And I only have like 19 more to machine. Seriously, so.
The end is near.
But it's all the bent ones, so I have to straighten all of them. So that they're gonna take me some time to straighten all that. But that's a lot of freaking knives. So what is it? That's like 30.
So you want me to do these first before I get to these?
Yeah. Just put those anywhere. That's fine.
You know, our knives are tough. They've been tested through the entire process.
Mm-hmm.
We have a saying: if it hasn't been dropped, it's not a good knife.
It is true. Yeah. Well, what are you doing right now? What are you working on?
Number 63.
Yeah, put that shit back. Sorry, whoever's number 63 is. Sorry. Well, hey, Blade HQ is the big money. They're the big money.
Why?
Just saying.
I don't even like 63 anyway.
I don't know who 63 is, but they're going to be very sad. Little assembly. Oh, 63's Tom. No, Tom's cool. He won't care. Yep, just watching you work here.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I've done, I've managed to squeak in some time to do other things, because Lord knows I get a little mind numbed from doing pretiums all day. I've managed to progress some custom folders, so they're sort of in their birthing stage, as it were, which is where their blade and essentially a lock scale with their pivot and stop pins located. So it'll turn into something else. Wait, no, it'll turn into a knife. I'm stupid. So like there's an SM100 bladed folder. And they start as a lock scale, and then I build its face scale. And then I've done some Kiradashi stuff. A little fixed blade. I actually have multiples of these. They're going to get different finishes on them. Here's another one. And I did them right and left side grinds. They're all chisel ground. So righty and lefty. And I'll put those up for sale on the website. They're LMAX. It's little fellas. Little something. I don't know what I'm going to do with these grinds. I'll probably regrind them at a high grit. But they're very pointy, right? Pointy?
Yes, it's very pointy.
Oh, stabbing the apprentice. He loves it when I do that. He's like, please, can you stab me some more?
Yes, I love it Why don't you continue stabbing me with the sharp utensils?
I love how my finger gets in frame all the time.
Every video I watch, at some point I'm sitting there going, get your freaking finger out of the frame! Well, you just got big monkey hands and they just kind of...
I do. I was having this discussion with multiple people. Well, I've talked to Cliff Stamp about it. I've talked to Tough Thumbs about it. To Mike Gavick about it. Okay.
So, I've got pretty decent sized hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We need a ruler. All right, use those calipers. Caliper the size of my hand from here to here. From there to there. This will be fun.
How precise do you want to be here?
To the thou, baby, to the thou.
What do you want?
Right across the knuckle part right there.
Right about, yeah?
Yeah. What's that?
3.756.
Really? That small? I thought they were bigger. Okay, now a caliper from that part right there to the end of my finger right there.
From the fat meaty part.
Yeah. What's that?
Right about there. 4.174.
Okay. What do you got?
3.493. 3.7474.
You just give me a whole bunch of different numbers.
Don't worry about it.
3.478.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little squishy in there.
That's what she said. Oh.
I expect better from you, brother.
I'm so sorry.
You can't take the low-hanging fruit all the time.
I have shamed myself and my family.
Oh, I'm shamed.
Much shame. I feel stupid. No, but I have really big hands. I've had this comment many times when people get to Pretiums, they're like, wow, it's a lot bigger than it looks in videos. And I guess because all you see is my hand on it. And in my hand, they don't look like enormously gigantic, enormous. In my hand, they look kind of like a normal size knife. But really, they're fairly good size. Yeah, we can't see that anyway. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know why you're even trying.
Well, people deserve to see Cro-Magnon versus Homo sapien.
He just said, for those of you who couldn't hear that, he just said, people deserve to see Cro-Magnon versus Homo sapien. Assuming, of course, that he is the Cro-Magnon, and I am the Homo sapien. I am the thinking man. Oh, you don't have your shirt on.
No. Titanium sparks hurt.
Such a girl. So, this weekend, we've been enjoying Rampant. It's a lovely IPA. And if you're getting another one, get me a beer.
What do you want?
I want more. You know what? I want a Rampant and Ruination IPA.
Sure about that?
Yeah, why? Judge me, you son. It's pretty nice. Oh boy. There was just a noise from the...
Do your wedding ring thing.
I don't know if I can do it with one hand.
Oh, we're okay.
We're okay? This is one reason why I've never understood people putting bottle openers on knives, so it's just my wedding ring. Look at that, single-handed, huh?
See, Prentice does not have one.
Or you could get some other kind of ring. You could get like a promise ring.
A purity ring? I can't do that to myself.
Oh god, that would be magical.
Because all I think of when I hear purity ring is the South Park episode with Mickey Mouse making everybody's bitch. You don't watch South Park, so.
No, I was actually thinking of the promise ring from Blue Mountain State, very first season. Yeah. I mean, that's funny. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I find interesting about this knife? There's such a very strange, like, mixed reaction to it. So there wasn't a whole lot of like mixed reaction to the Pretium. Nobody was like, man, that fucking knife is ugly. I wouldn't fucking use that. Nobody ever said anything like that. I think the worst like comment I had on it was like, you know, I can't remember the worst comment I had on it. But no one was, negative about it in any way. And if it wasn't their cup of tea, they said that it's not really my cup of tea, but it looks like a nice, it's a nice design. But I've seen just like outwardly negative comments about the Gavco's first folders here, and I'm kind of astounded by it because it is a nice little knife. My wife really liked it actually. She was like, "Can I have it?" And I was like, "No, it's going in my collection, woman." She's like, "Well, can you make me one just like it?" I was like, "Oh my god." She's like, "It's perfect." Not to say that it's a girly knife, but
Well, it's just made for smaller hands. I mean,
Mike's got small hands.
he makes a knife to fit his hands, just
Like I do. Well, I was having this discussion with Cliff Stamp because he was like, the Pretium doesn't completely fit my hand, and I was like, well, Cliff, you must have very big hands, like me, because I actually didn't build the Pretium to fit my hand at all. It doesn't quite fit my hand. I built this knife to fit my hand, so my full hand fits on the scale all the way. And this is a fairly large knife.
I believe you built this knife to fit your hand too.
I did. Let's check it out. So the apprentice was playing with Cerakote last weekend. So he Cerakoted his blade red and his handle scales black. How was that? How was your Cerakote experience?
Cerakote's a pain in the ass. At first, when it first came out of the oven, I put it back together. It's like I'm not wild about this, but it's grown on me substantially.
Well, it's not every day that you see an SM100 blade that's red with a black handle. It is unique. I'll give you that.
But I really like how it brings out the time-assness.
I think we should do something different with the pocket clip.
See, I thought about that, but that takes the most damage. I mean, that's constantly bumping up into metal, steel things.
He makes a good point there.
Catching on doors that I cut the corner too close on.
Flip's nicer.
Well, every time you take it apart and refinish it, you gotta break it in again.
Yeah. It's this weird little quirk that we discovered about SM100 over the year that I've been using it. Is it whenever you take it apart, a knife with SM100 and put it back together, it has to like re-break itself in. It's the weirdest goddamn thing in the entire world.
You can do nothing to it. Just take it apart, put it back together.
Take it apart and then put it back together, and for some reason it returns to like a new state. It's so strange. I'm sure there's a reason for it, and if I thought really hard, I could come up with an explanation. But yeah, no, I'd rather just have a beer.
We'll just throw it under its science.
It's science. I miss this knife. I do. But so you've used this for a week now, and your Cerakote's holding up well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cerakote's pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie.
They're very different knives.
Well, I'm a very different knife maker from when I made that.
This is true.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't actually really love this blade shape. It's not super duper useful for me. I think I would prefer more of a drop point. So next knife I make for myself, I may keep sort of the Warncliffe idea, but let it taper up a little more.
What, you don't want a stabby knife?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say, is I do want something that's a little more stabby. Because this knife is not stabby. You can't, no stabbing. No stabbing.
Have you given the history lesson on the one with blade shape?
Well, it evolves from the sheep's foot blade shape, and that comes from sailor knives. So sailors, even on like a slave vessel, they would need something to cut, sails and ropes and things like that. Well, they didn't want them to be able to stab people, so they gave them sheep's-footed blades, right? That had no point on them, and that's where the blade shape has come from, and has, as all things do, evolved over the years.
This isn't the knife you're looking for. Well, because I said, hey, Elliot one day told me that he got red Cerakote. He was very excited about it.
Very excited about
red
red
Cerakote.
Cerakote.
We can do some cool shit now, 2 different colors. And so my, of course, immediate nerd reply was, let's make a knife that looks like a lightsaber. To which my favorite brother replied, only brother, replied, hell yeah, let's do it. No hesitation, nothing. So he gave me free reign of the Cerakote spray gun and said, go get him.
Go get him, big dog. Do your thing. Do it.
Do it.
Do it up.
I did it.
Do it. Si se puede.
Si se puede.
That means yes, we can, for those of you who don't habla español.
Those of you who don't habla español. El Nino is Spanish for the Nino.
Wow, that's a blast from the past.
I miss that guy.
Yeah. That was a quote from a Chris Farley Saturday Night Live sketch from 90s, circa...
Whenever the big nasty El Nino happened?
Late 90s? It was late 90s, yeah.
We were still in Baltimore?
Yeah, I think I was in... out of middle school, probably. Maybe in high school. Possibly.
Probably.
The past is so foggy. El Nino.
I remember when we drove to school in the hurricane, only to arrive at school to find out that it was canceled.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Well, we were listening. We didn't hear anything on the radio. Because I remember, it's a freaking hurricane. Why? They should cancel school. Right?
Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, they had.
What do you know?
What do you know?
But hey, that Volvo station wagon.
It's a sweet ride. So, back in the day, which was a Tuesday, the Ferrum Forge Knife Works parents of mine, they were like, you need a car because we're tired of driving your ass around. And I was like, okay, cool. And so they went out and they found a silver 1986 Volvo station wagon, stick shift, 4-cylinder. And they were like, okay, there is no way he could speed or hurt himself in this car.
True.
It was quickly named the Silver Bullet, and it had this dark blue vinyl interior. Whew! I remember how bad that used to stick to you. It was terrible.
Car had character.
And the temperature control system, it had hot or freezing, and that was it. There was no in between. It was Africa hot, Antarctic cold.
Like a Hot Pocket.
It's brutal. So, and I used to have to take this kid to freaking school because our schools were on the same campus. Man, that was those are the days, my friend. We were living it up.
Nice. I'd go down there, turn it on, it would be all nice and warm by the time you time to go to school.
Well, yeah.
It would get cold. We had winter.
When do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Python concept.
So
we
I see snow
we grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. So yeah, we know what it's like on the East Coast. Whew. I do not miss snow at all. Do not.
Having a winter full of snow? No. Going up and to the mountains around here and seeing it for a day. It's pretty cool.
And then being able to come back and go surf the next day. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I had
do
a.
that in one day. I want to get up, surf, drive up to Bear.
You remember Taylor Vreeland?
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy,
Player, right?
he went to high school with me. He was the captain of our hockey team. He used to live in Del Mar. He doesn't anymore.
Really?
And so one day he was like, I live in San Diego. I live in Southern California. Why not do a surf and ski day? So got up really early in the morning, flew up to Big Bear.
Flew to Big Bear.
Flew to Big Bear. I mean, it's a puddle jump, right?
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes.
Less than an hour.
Skied for half the day. Had lunch, puddle jump back, went surfing in the afternoon. Took pictures of the whole thing, and I saw him like a week after that, and I was like, "Hey, saw your trip, your surf and ski day." He's like, "Yeah, it was pretty cool, wasn't it?" I'm like, "I hate you, by the way.
But you neither surf nor ski.
I want you to die." In my lifetime, I have done both, as a matter of fact.
But you no longer currently participate in either activity.
True. But I could.
We're talking removed like years. Not like it's been a month or two. Like it's been years.
That is true. I have not been skiing in a very long time. Basically since high school. Because we used to do father-son ski vacations.
That's where I really learned how to ski, and that's why I can ski now.
Mm-hmm.
I got a snowboard though. Did you ever do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, one of the joys of going on those was all my friends snowboarded, and the people we went with, they all snowboarded, and they were like, "You gotta learn snowboard, dude." So here we are in like Vail.
We were in
Colorado.
Steamboat one year, Breckenridge one year. Those are the only ones I remember.
Oh, we didn't go to Vail. No, you're right. I think it was Steamboat where I learned how to that thing snowboard. Yeah, good, great. Well, and so like they've all been snowboarding for years, and like so they're off like doing like double black diamonds and shit, and like the terrain park, and I've never snowboarded in my life before, and I'm like trying to learn how, and so I took like a 1-day class and like got the basics down, and then went with them. So I'm looking at the like fucking moguls and stuff on this double black diamond. I'm like, guys, are you sure about this? They're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's like straight down drop. I'm like, all right, why not? That was actually the trip where I got stuck in the woods on the snowboard, because the snow drifts up in the woods, and so you don't actually know how deep it is. And so I like slowed down where I stopped moving, and I like was trying to hop along, and I kept sinking and sinking and sinking. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta unbuckle and walk out. I unbuckle, step off the board, right down. I'm like in a 10-foot snowdrift. I couldn't even find the ground. I was like, oh my god. I literally had to pull myself back up on the snowboard itself, and then like knee paddled my way out. It was ridiculous. And finally I get out of the woods, and like they're gone, and I'm like, those assholes. And I get down to like the lodge, and they're like, dude, where have you been, man? I'm like, you sons of bitches. I'm like, I got stuck in the woods. Remember how they're like, hey, don't go out of bounds, man, you could die. Well, guess what? I could have died. Had I just had a knife, I would have been good. I mean, had I had this knife, I could have used its awesome power to just melt the snow. Oh.
And that also is science.
That's science. Goodness gracious. What is going on here? Do you remember if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about? If I had something on my mind, no.
World dominance.
No.
Capitalism.
Oh, so something we're doing. You don't know this, but we're doing this weekend. We're gonna make the prototype for the next run.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I have the blade made, well, rough cut. So now we gotta make the scales for it.
Okay.
Well, I say we, but I mean mostly me. Just saying. Sorry.
Are you gonna mill it by hand? Or are you gonna do it with a CAD for it?
Well, the prototypes are always like hand done. Completely hand done, and then I'll actually take the dimensions from them and use them. What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and use the pretium layout, the holes for the pretium.
Oh.
I mean, that way I might be able to get away with not having to. Well, I'm gonna have to make a new plate anyway, but without having to, because it's getting all the tapped holes in there are getting a little worn.
Oh.
So basically, it's gonna make the last 19 Pretium scales, and it's gonna be repurposed. It'll probably get used for heat treating,
Yeah.
and I'll just go buy some more aluminum. Because the place is like right down the street where you get those from, and they have machining plate, so they're already paralleled and stuff like that, which is nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, and they're really not all that expensive, so it's cool. Like when you buy them and you put them on top of each other, they're so flat that they like suck each other up. That sounds terrible now that I say that out loud. There's
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I understand.
Don't make me cry. I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
Never called you stupid, buddy. It's okay.
Oh God. So that we got to do that this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. As usual, I got a bunch of stuff on my plate. Gotta finish up the Pretiums that are in there, that are all ready to go. Some of them have more things wrong with them than others. Some, as it always is, some just go right together. They're perfectly centered. They're beautiful. They're functional. Locks fit everything. It's just great. It's like, oh, good, done. And then you just sharpen. But there are others that the blade's off center a little bit. They don't function real smooth. And you're like, what's wrong with this? Usually, we have to re-ream the pivot hole again.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I want you to think of. Okay, so when you heat treat most steels, they expand. So if it's expanding, that means it's expanding in the hole. So the material around the hole is expanding, so it shrinks the diameter of the hole.
I get that.
So you got to re-ream them again, which is always fun.
Standing over at the drill press.
Mm-hmm. Well, I pretty much went through and re-reamed them. I think I re-reamed them all. I can't remember.
Re-ream.
Re-ream. Ream again. Ream. It's a funny word. Sorry. But anyway.
I don't want to know where you're going with that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's just not. Let's just not.
The thing that comes in my head is a ream of paper. That's not funny.
That's very mundane of you. Very PC. I like that.
I work in an office.
Right.
And because everybody is a little older in the office, I usually have to schlep the reams of paper into the office.
I see. We don't do that kind of shit around here.
No, we make those.
Yeah. No reams of paper. Paper. How plebeian.
We only deal with the bourgeois stuff in these parts.
It's true, we do. We have like fancy paper. And gold filigree. Oh. Oh.
We only have official letterhead, watermarked.
Thought about it.
We haven't even settled on a logo yet.
Whoa. Well, that may be true.
While you have a valid point, I'm still going to argue that you're wrong.
Doesn't mean that we can't make samples. Hello. Whatever, dude. Don't judge me.
We've been through this already. I'm your little brother. It's my job. If your job was to make me tougher, my job is to give you shit.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like there's something out here, something in left field that I was like, man, next time I make a video, I got to address this. Nikes.
Have we addressed it in one of the previous attempts at a video?
I don't know. It feels like this is something recent that happened this week that I was. Oh, did you see? You probably didn't because you took it down. There was a Greg Medford video where he was like, in one moment he was insulting gay people, and then in the next moment he was insulting his wife. It was impressive.
Really?
He got so many like negative responses that he had to take the video down. Jeff like reposted it on Instagram, like just one part of it. I was like, oh my gosh, the man is a menace to himself. Like, there are just things you can say on YouTube and it's all good. And there's some things that you say it and you just know that you're gonna get attacked for it. And then I don't even know.
That's why we love watching him.
Oh man. Sometimes I wonder. I really do. I wonder about that man.
How do you insult gay people in a knife video?
He was talking about. I think he was actually talking about like trolls and like people giving him crap on YouTube and stuff like that.
Don't feed the trolls.
And he said something about them being, I think he say fags? He might have said fags. I don't know. It was just like, really, dude? Really?
Come on, man. You know, I learned the history of that word.
Fag?
Yeah. And, yeah, I do think it's not good to say.
It's a little bit derogatory,
It's very derogatory.
So for those of you, correct me if I'm wrong, for those of you who don't know the history of the word faggot, it actually refers to a bundle of sticks. But in the,
Medieval times.
was it a particular Inquisition? Spanish? No.
I thought it was the witch hunts, personally.
No. Salem witch hunt? No.
Well, there was the Salem witch hunts, but witch hunts were kind of everywhere in that time. 'Cause
Okay.
anything they couldn't explain.
So
was a witch.
the religious leaders, those wonderful Catholics, they were what they would do is they would take people accused of sodomy, and they would tie them together and burn them, like a bundle of sticks. And so that's where the phrase faggot came from. And then that was a derogatory term for gay people.
So yeah, it's not a good thing to say.
No, not at all.
Which is funny though, because that's what English people call cigarettes.
Yeah, but we know I like English. I like words. Period. One of my hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Words.
Words.
Definitions. Well, because it's interesting. There are words that get used.
So should I get you a word a day calendar?
Oh
for
yeah,
Christmas?
yeah. They better be good words. Because if they're bullshit like 5-cent words, I'm gonna be pissed.
So maybe I should look for the complex scientific word a day.
Ooh.
Multisyllabic word a day.
Indubitably.
That's a great word.
Yeah, I think that. I got hundreds more. What I do now, since Chloe's in school, Chloe's my oldest daughter, I give her a ridiculously hard word a day for her to remember. She has not been able to remember them yet.
What kind of words are you giving your 5-year-old daughter?
Well, it's probably good that I can't remember them either. Good work, Dad.
We know you can't spell them.
No, that's what spell check is for. Crap.
We've developed technology for this crap.
Oh man, they were good words too.
Were they goofy, like metallurgical words, or
No, just big college people words.
I like using big college people words, but the people that I work around, I can't.
I have the problem with partner marks sometimes.
I kind of have to translate it in my head. What is it? It means it's really big. Oh, why did you just say that?
Prodigious. Oh, that's going to be tomorrow's word for her. Prodigious. It's a nice word. I often tell Mark to not be so obsequious. He has no clue what obsequious means. Mark, don't be so obsequious, my friend.
Why doesn't he just look it up?
Do you know what obsequious means?
I cannot give you the technical definition now.
Just hazard a guess. I'll tell you how close you are.
I've heard the word before.
Mm-hmm.
I can spell it, actually.
Why aren't you a fucking spelling bee champion?
No, I got eliminated in the first round. Oops.
much?
I feel like it's something right around ignorant.
No. Just break it down. Sequeous. Like sequence.
Remember, I did numbers in college. No Latin for me, or Englishy stuff.
Sequitur would be the verb in Latin. Where we get the term non sequitur. That's actually a direct Latin quote. Non sequitur.
Well, do enlighten us.
Obsequious. Being obsequious means that you blindly follow the rules or the dictation of someone.
So what you're really saying is, partner Mark, shut up and listen to what I'm telling you to do.
Yeah, stop being such a sheeple. But the directions say, no, don't be obsequious. It is a negatively connotated word, so it's like if you have like somebody who's like in politics, someone who's just somebody's puppet, he would be like obsequiously following the party line or something like that. That's the last place I heard obsequious used. Actually, was a political commentator. Yeah.
So there's your word for the video.
Word for the video. Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't done a video in 2 weeks, so I feel that we should give the people, the Ferrum Forge YouTube fans,
a little inside look into the various things that we talk about.
Yeah. To what actually goes on around here, besides drinking beers, which we only do on the weekends. Well, The Apprentice only does on the weekends. Sometimes when it's, getting a little late at night and I'm here all by myself and I get a little lonely.
And he puts on the Barry White voice and starts talking into the camera.
Turn off the lights and light a candle. 'Cause tonight I'm in a romantic mood.
I can't believe I'm related to you.
You know what? I hate your face.
No, you don't. That was a nice big boy insult there.
Oh. What? Oh, come on, you stupid. I was gonna show people. Here. This.
Dude, it's phoneception.
No, come on. Focus. If you are wondering, yeah, I am on Instagram. There it is. And I post pictures of things. This is my favorite picture right here. Let's click it. Let's click on it. That is one of my knives. That is the Keen folder. And it was slaying a beast. Greatest picture ever. So the guy who has that, he is he's the director of internal medicine now, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, for a hospital around here. And he's also my second cousin. What is cousin Bill? Second cousin?
He's some sort of cousin.
Yeah, and so
they all just go down as cousins.
he loves hunting, and so he had me make him. He has several of my knives actually, but that was the first knife he ever had me make him, and it's M390. And I've never sharpened that knife. It's been almost 2 years, and I haven't sharpened it yet. Apparently, it still works though. So every now and then I get these text pictures from him, like it'll be plunged into a bear or some shit like that. I mean, he's ridiculous. He actually uses a folding knife to skin. Like, he has no qualms about that. So
2 years without sharpening.
Well, that's why I like M390.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Instagram is fun. For the most part. Well, because it does not like the you don't have the upload time and crap for YouTube and things like that. I wonder if this phone will do videos, because this phone, the one that I'm holding, actually making a video with, it doesn't do Instagram videos, which I find very annoying. Nope. I really want to do Instagram videos.
You can only do that if you have an iPhone.
Or some non-suck phone. Bullshit. It's bullshit, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you realize that we have been
It's the
making
man.
this video for 40 minutes now?
We're at 40 minutes
We're
already?
at 40 minutes.
Well, it's been a couple weeks. So
It's been a long time. We have things to talk about.
Hell, you want to go for an hour?
Why not? I'm not driving. Cheers.
I mean, because it's been 2.5 weeks, so you and I have covered quite a few topics in those 2.5
When the apprentice is here, I'll tell you. When I'm here, I'm usually here by myself or with partner Mark, and I don't get to discuss things like I do. And he's my brother, so we have a lot of shared experience.
Yeah.
So we talk about stuff, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, philosophy, mathematics, physics,
Chicks, booze,
chicks, booze, yeah,
knives, destruction,
death,
Star Wars, books, television, various things that we see in the world, like giant lifted trucks with huge off-road tires that don't go off-road. I saw one this morning that it made me laugh at how ridiculous this truck was.
The mega compensator.
Mega. I kid you not, the tires stuck out that far. If here's the side of the truck where normally tires end, so you know exactly how wide your truck is. Things are like a foot past that, just massive tires. Like, what do you need that for? I mean, you ain't Bigfoot. You ain't running over school buses and stuff. That being said, I want to drive a monster truck.
Now that we've got that out of the way.
Let me in, Gravedigger, please.
Come on.
What are you digging around in my bag for?
I'm looking for candy.
I don't have any candy in there.
Why? Well, because I didn't buy any candy because I was like, guy's coming in, he's going to have candy.
You know, I didn't even think about candy today. I was focused more on it's hot, I need to be hydrated.
Man. We have air conditioning.
Yeah, still.
Oh, that's one of the reasons why you're getting this elongated video. I said elongated. One of this extended video is because it's hot as hell outside. It's like 100 degrees. And the back of the shop doesn't get as good at air conditioning. And inside the dirty room where all the magic happens, shh, I'm not done. Inside the freezer back there, where it is not cold because it's not a freezer anymore.
The hottest part of the factory is in the freezer.
It is really hot. And so it's actually, this is the coldest room because there's an air conditioning vent and it's a confined space. So it's actually nice and cool in here. So, yeah, I'm good with being in here filming.
Yeah. That's why I avoid the shop at work. It was about 99 in there the other day. Yeah, I walked out there and said, it can wait till tomorrow morning.
And good work, guys. Keep up the good work. See you later.
You guys got a fan? Alright, make sure to drink plenty of water. If you need me, just bring it inside the shop, inside the office.
Yeah. So, I'm really excited. I was talking to Brad Blunt this morning.
Brad Blunt.
Morning. Mm-hmm. Not only is he a nice quality human being, but we are going to do a little tradesies. He's going to make me a knife. He's going to make me a knife, and I'm going to make him a knife.
He said, you can make me a knife, and I'll make him a knife.
And, yeah, that's exciting for me.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how I did that with Jeff and Gapco. It's a fun way to acquire knives for my own knife collection. Just gotta talk to that Walter Randolph guy, though. He might be a little more difficult to sway. He's all big time and shit.
Well, when your auction knife for the St. Jude's charity auction, when that actually... At least your finger's not in the frame this time. You know, maybe when that sells for the most money, you can talk to those guys. Hey guys, you want to trade a knife? You don't think Dwayne him if we go for that?
No, I don't. Oh, but I should call John Graham. John Graham would play this game with me, or he'll just make me knife. Because these people call me and they ask me for help, so I help them. I tell them things. I give them information. I show them the way.
So, are you claiming to be knife guru?
No, I'm just saying I'm a little bit like Jesus. A little bit.
Uh-huh. It's blasphemy.
I didn't say I was Jesus. I said I'm a little bit like Jesus. That's how it should be, right? You're supposed to want to be like Jesus.
Oh, good point.
Did you see the bracelets? What would Jesus do? WWJD. Just saying.
I'm a little more of a fan of the WWCND.
What would Chuck Norris do?
At the end of the day, the answer to that question is always roundhouse kick to the face. No matter what the situation is, it doesn't matter. Roundhouse kick to the face. You got a beautiful lady that wants to take you home and have her way with you? Roundhouse kick to the face.
Oh boy.
Your boss is giving you a hard time at work? Roundhouse kick to the face. Your titanium blanks keep coming out warped? Roundhouse kick to the face.
Right.
Just saying. Do you disagree with that?
No. I can't.
Your tremendous logic has stumped me once again.
I can't argue with that. It's too intense. Okay, was there anything else that we had to discuss?
Alright, so we've covered pretiums,
Yes.
dashies
Yeah.
from the
Yes.
doodly bombs.
Yes.
We've covered the knife trade that you're all excited about.
Well, I'm always excited about making new friends and getting knives from them. Yes.
And I'm sure they're excited about getting a knife from you. What else have we covered? Random philosophizing.
Generally.
We've had no supplier issues that we need to vent with. I mean, I know we got the rolling detents in. Plenty of them finally.
Finally.
That got taken care of. We got a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Always gotta have a guy.
Gotta have a guy.
Gotta have a guy.
Gosh, who did a really fantastic job for me that I love? Hold on. Let's go. Look, see. Where is his card? It's got to be around here somewhere. It's not. It's not. George. Where's your card? American
George.
Metal Exchange. I can't actually remember how to pronounce his last name. George Papagagagaganya. Yeah, that's right. I said it. If I had my computer right here, I'd show you. But so George at American Metal Exchange, he has a website. He has a eBay store. He's in Lakewood, California, which is like an hour away from here. So basically, I order stuff from him one day, it comes here the next day. It's magic. Like I ordered stuff on Friday, showed up this morning.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday delivery.
What was that? I take it back.
You ordered it Thursday.
I ordered it Thursday, and it showed up on Friday morning. But
typically, you gotta pay quite a fee for Saturday delivery.
George is awesome. That's where I get titanium from, if I can. I mean, like if he's got what I want, I would prefer to get it from him.
Got a guy.
Yeah. Theoretically, knifekits.com is going to send me new hardware for all the messed up hardware they did send me. Theoretically. I only had to threaten to sue them. I did. Well, I mean, it's just ridiculous, and this is the thing I keep running into over and over and over again. It's like trying to get people to do their job. And I've had to have talks with like guys like that run companies. I'm like, what is the job that you are doing for me? Water jetting your parts. What is inherent in that job that we water jet the parts that you give us in CAD? Correct. So, you have done half of your job, have you not? You have water jetted parts, yes. But the other half of them being what I want, you have not done. Therefore, you have not done your job. You're right. Of course I'm right. So fix it. You're like, okay, here, we'll fix it. Okay.
I understand.
Am I asking too much? I mean, is that too much to ask?
No, I go through this all the time,
I know, it's just
and I don't even have nearly the type of tolerances that you do here.
I know.
This piece is 4 9/16. This piece is 4 3/8.
So what you're telling me is they're exactly the same.
Yes. So you can see this one doesn't fit.
Huh? Yeah.
Which
What?
is, it always astounds me on things that are done on a machine that it is programmed in there how I get, I mean, that's what, 3/16 of a difference there?
What did you say the numbers were?
9/16 and 3/8?
Just 3/16 the difference.
Yeah. That's a big deal. In certain things.
Yeah, I'd say 3/16 is a pretty big deal.
Granted, I mean, I'm talking 3/16 over a 5-foot span, though.
Whoa.
So we can work around it, but it'd be nice if everything was the size that I tell them